Damn, that's bright. This thing is going to be outputting 100 watts of power. So we are going to need some eye protection. Turning the lights on. Ooh. You can buy the most expensive camera. You can spend weeks working on your script and editing, but did you know, if you don't have good lighting, your video goes from this to this to this to this. And as a solo creator, I have had to learn this the hard way. If you want to up your video quality, you're gonna need some lights. I've been using this, the Zhiyun Cinepeer CX100 lately. It's a stripped down version of the cheaper version of their more popular Muller's X100. It's completely changed my workflow because it's so portable, it is very powerful, and it's got great battery life. Hi, my name is Jeremy. Let's talk about it. Now, my first major concern when I see these kind of lights was power. Surely something this small is not going to be good. Exhibit A. Where's my Exhibit A? Hello. Aha, Exhibit A. This is what I used to use. A 15 watt LED panel that you can get from Temu. The CX100 is not this, all right? Let me show you with science.
With science.
So we have got this lightometer here. We are going to power up the Temu LED panel, and we are going to turn it up to 100% brightness. See that? 100%. All right, we are going to screw this on. All right, not too much there. Now, with my handy lightometer, we are going to see what it says. All right, ladies and gentlemen, about a foot away, we'll test it. We have got, we're going to call it 3000 lux. There you are. Okay, that is the Temu LED panel. This is the CX100, and to turn it on, you press once and you hold, and then you turn on the dial here. There we are. There we are, it's on. Now this thing is going to be outputting 100 watts of power. So let's get this on properly. So we are going to need some eye protection. Alright. There we are.
Hold on to your butts.
Turning the lights on. Ooh, damn, that's bright. Alright, that's at 100%. Let's check out the reading, shall we? About a foot away. Is that a foot away? We'll give it a foot away. Gee, it's in my eye. I can't really see the reading. What's the reading? 40,000 lux. Let me have a look. About a foot away, my reading is 40,000 lux. All right, that's mad. 40,000 lux. And if you're going to be saying, hey, that's an unfair comparison because this is probably like an accent light, let me compare it with my studio lights, which is this one here. This is what I usually use in my studio here. And let's put it on. What is the lightometer going to say? Let's turn this fella off. Now about a we can put it closer, and as you can see, it's day and night. This thing is probably doing 12,000 lux compared to 40,000 lux. That is crazy. And if we take it for size comparison, this is the size of my studio light, and this is the CX100 Cinepeer, and check that out. You have the power of the sun in the palm of your hands.
The power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
Now, when you get the Cinepeer CX100, it comes with a mini dome reflector, which is this. And to put it on, you just simply attach it, give it a twist to lock it in. And because of how powerful the light is, you are going to need a silicone softbox like this. This is all included when you get the light. There we are. That's it. And you even get a USB-C charging cable. We'll talk more about the battery life in a bit. But if you want a more professional setup, you could even get it spec'd with a proper softbox like this. And it's the same thing to attach it on. Remove the smaller dome, mini dome reflector, and we just clip this thing in. Oh dear. Now this is a very handy item to get, considering how powerful this light is. And to take it off, it's just that. So easy. Now, if you're still filming without lights, I would highly recommend giving the Cinepeer CX100 a good look, because even if you don't know how to set up a light, you can't really fuck it up. There's only two dials here. One for how bright you want the light to go. It goes from 0 to 100. And then the other one is for the color temperature. This light is great for beginners and even the pros. But as a run and gun kind of solo creator, yeah, this is the kind of light for me. Something I don't have to think a lot about. Now, with great power comes great thermal management. And if you're worried that shoving 100 watts of power in a chassis this small is going to turn your CX100 into a miniature toaster, well, Zhiyun has clearly thought about this. And the way they have gone about doing it is encasing the LED light in metal heat sinks that quickly dissipates the heat. And they've also added an internal vortex fan that will immediately kick in to push out all the hot air through those heat sinks. So the casing stays totally safe to the touch. And when you're done filming, it cools down really quickly. So you can immediately touch it, it's cool to the touch. And you don't have to sit around for 20 minutes before you can shove it into your bag, unlike those incandescent light bulbs where they will melt your bag along with your camera gear. Now, once it's in your bag, you don't have to worry about accidentally turning it on, because to turn it on, you actually have to tap once and then hold the second time, and then you see the blinking light there. Then you'll need to turn on the dial here to switch on the light. Ta-da! It is definitely a safety feature, but apparently if you go read the review on the CX100 on the Zhiyun website, interestingly, turning on the light is what a lot of people are struggling with. If you have owned a DJI drone, you'll know how to turn this light on. The reviews on the website do praise the Cinepeer CX100, but all of the reviewers are struggling to turn them on. I do not know why. So if you're worried that your lights are going to be a fire hazard while getting knocked about in your bag, well, Zhiyun has made the Cinepeer CX100 very safe. So what about battery life? Now, the battery that you'll get in here is a 4500 mAh battery. And when you're running at 100%, you're supposed to get around 30 minutes of use. But in my test, I got around 25 minutes. But that's also due to me maybe playing around with it earlier on. With 50%, you're supposed to get a little under 60 minutes. And if you need more time, you can always plug an external battery in or connect it to external power. Then you can run it for even longer. You can connect it via USB-C, and there's a DC 24-volt barrel connector there as well. So if you have the right connector, you can also power it using that option. Now, what I really like about the Cinepeer CX100 is that it is ultra portable. It is not over-engineered, and most importantly, you don't have to pair it up with Bluetooth or sign up for an account to get it working. I really hate that. With the CX100, there are just two dials here. One for the brightness, one for the color temperature. That's it. Ridiculously simple. However, it is not completely perfect since this is the budget line. First off is probably the body. Where it doesn't need to be heat resistant, that part will mostly be made out of plastic, and I suspect that is one way of keeping the costs down. And as a result, it doesn't have that premium luxury aluminum finish of the more expensive Mullis series. So if it does accidentally roll off your hand onto a hard floor, you're gonna want to hold your breath. Now the second thing is that it doesn't come with a ball head mount, and what that means is you're gonna get one of these things to be able to properly point it where you want. And if you forget to bring this along to your shoot, well, the only way you're going to be pointing this light is straight ahead. Now lastly is fan noise. When you're blasting it at full power, yeah, it will produce a kind of a hum, which sits between 30 to 45 decibels, which I'm told it's between a quiet whisper and quiet park, whatever that means. But if you're using a wireless mic like me, it's not really going to be a big deal. So what is the final verdict? If you are a solo creator and you're looking for some professional lighting that's infallible, easy to use, a total no-brainer, well, except for that power button. If you have used a DJI drone, you'll be familiar on how to turn it on. But apart from that, yes, this is the light that I'll be keeping in my bag. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye!